Hi, I'm Kaylee Tomaszewski, and today we're tackling the not-so-age-old question, what is satire? Now, there's an ongoing debate regarding whether satire is rhetorical. To settle this ongoing dispute, we're taking to the streets to find out what is what about satire. Hi, do you have a moment to talk about satire? The source of justice? Anytime. A source of justice, you say. Could you explain? Satire detects folly and vice between behavior that we accept as rational and moral. It unveils the corruption hidden behind the uncommon, outstanding reputation. Well thought out definition. Well, I've had some time to think about it, so. Now, what do you think about the rhetorical satire debate? I think it was Edward Corbett that said satire is the most obviously rhetorical of all literary works. Yeah, but what do you think? Well, who's going to argue with Edward Corbett?
Depends on how you look at it, really.
Could you explain?
Well, I'd say it's rhetorical, definitely.
Here we go again. Excuse me? You'll need to pardon her. She's stuck in the past, damn traditionalist. It's not rhetorical satire. It's an art. You can't mix something so artistic with something as argumentative as rhetoric.
Modernists, what are you gonna do?
So you want to know if satire is rhetorical? That's correct. Huh. Alright. What? Just the idea that someone would consider merging a meaningless, purposeless, lazy concept with such a civilized solution. So you're a modernist. A modernist? Hell no. They's idiots. Think that satire is an art. No art. It's a solution. A way that we fix all the bullshit that happened to us years ago. Okay, well... And they think that rhetoric is some argumentative, grimy, persuasive discourse that can actually persuade people to bring about change when we all know that's not true. Right, well, thank you for your time. No, rhetoric is literally nothing. It's what we take recourse to when thinking fails us. It's an alternative to invention. All right. To say a satirist is a rhetorician brings shame to satire. The rhetorician does not desire to get anywhere. They just talk to talk. So satire, not rhetorical? Hell no. Don't talk to me about satire. Okay, sorry for Actually, wait a second. Satire just accepts this unresolved state of crisis. Its action prolongs crisis at the very time that the action mocked or parodied could or would resolve the crisis. So you would say satire isn't rhetorical then? If rhetoric solves problems, satire is the exact opposite of it. It's crap. To all the satirists out there writing right now, watching this, stop writing now.
Dude, let go of the camera.
Well, I was never one to study much satire, but I know a great deal about rhetoric.
And could you tell us the purpose of rhetoric?
Oh, most certainly. It's a mode of altering reality by the creation of discourse which changes reality through the mediation of thought and action.
Right. And could you possibly break that down into plain English?
Where is the fun in that?
Would you say that a piece of discourse that informs and persuades an audience is rhetorical?
So long as it is constructed under the influence of a rhetorical situation, yes.
Right. And what is a rhetorical situation? Don't get him started.
What do you want, dick?
To save this woman from your lies. Could you elaborate? Absolutely. Richard Vad's at your service.
I'm not arguing with you today!
Really? Because it looks like you have a perfectly good rhetorical situation here.
I'm sick of your shit, Bats!
Don't listen to the man. He's a loon. Don't believe a word he says. What do you think about the rhetorical satire debate?
The what?
Do you think satire is rhetorical? Let me ask you this. Does satire create salience? Could you explain your question? Does the writer of satire decide what is important to write about? Yes, that would be why they're writing it. And does satire inform its audience of what the writer thinks is important? I suppose that's the intention. Then satire is rhetorical. Miss Tomaszewski, looking swell as always. Why, thank you, Miss Tomaszewski, and you as well. Could you close this series and tell us what you think about satire? Well, I think it all depends on the satirical debate. And you think... Is satire rhetorical? Well, I think it can be. Could you explain? Well, we have two different kinds of satire, right? We have this traditional view that satire's only purpose is to persuade an audience. And then we have this modern view that satire exists solely for entertainment. Which do you agree with? Both, really. I think we have two types of satire. We have the artistic and the inartistic. The satire that takes an art form to merely inform and entertain an audience, and the satire that focuses on persuading an audience to bring about change. So the traditionalists would use inartistic satire, while the modernists would turn to artistic satire.
And go.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. We hope this cleared up some of your questions about satire. If not, I suggest reading a copy of the Tomaszewski Manual of Satire. Until next time, I'm Kayla Tomaszewski, saying stay cool and inartistically satirical.